Hi there. Today, let's talk about the speech by Melania Trump and all the controversy surrounding that. Now, CNN, also known as the Clinton News Network, and all the other liberal media scum, as some people call them, have not stopped talking about it, not for the right reasons, for the wrong reasons, according to them. Now, I've got a couple of issues on this. Firstly, they keep complaining about plagiarism. Less than 9% of the speech was actually so-called plagiarized. Less than 9%. And a couple of things were lifted from Michelle Obama's speech, but who cares? It doesn't mean that you have to disagree. Just because you're conservative, it doesn't mean you have to disagree with every single thing a liberal or communist or socialist says. There may be some good things that are said by a liberal or a socialist, who knows? But if you listen to them, you can take out the best of what they say, which is probably about 10%, and disregard the rest of the 90% of what they say, which is total rubbish and would destroy any first world country. So, what happened, she took some good aspects or reasonable aspects of Michelle Obama's speech and used it. And clearly she did it very, she wasn't meaning to do it. All she did was make that suggestion to a speechwriter, and a speechwriter didn't change it enough. She just added it all in. And it was just a clear mistake to make. It wasn't deliberate. I could do a mistake like that. Anyone could do a mistake like that. It was not deliberate. It wasn't done intentionally. It was an unintentional mistake. But CNN, Clinton News Network, and all the other media scum are making such a huge mountain out of a nothing situation. Like I said, 9% of the speech was similar. They don't talk about the rest of the 91%. The rest of 91% of the speech doesn't get a mention. It's only the 9% they want to talk about. They want to talk about the substance of anything, as usual. Typical of what you would expect the socialist, liberal CNN, Clinton News Network, and all the others to do. Now, what was said was respect others, and say what you mean and do what you mean, and something like that, which isn't, let's be frank, the most intellectual things to be said. I don't think it took much research for Michelle Obama to come up with quite a simple basic sentence with some limited grammar in it like that. So who cares? And it's not as if Michelle Obama actually came up with that phrase herself. Her speechwriter wrote it for her. So in a sense, Michelle plagiarized it from her own speechwriter, and that her own speechwriter probably wasn't the first to come up with that either. So her speechwriter plagiarized it from someone else. That's the way these things work. But the Clinton News Network don't see it that way. But as enough of the talk about 9%, let's talk about the rest of the 91% of that amazing speech. Now, bear in mind that this is Melania's second language. English is not her first language, and she delivered it immaculately. Really, really well spoken, excellent grammar, very clear voice. She's not a politician, remember, folks. She is a model. She doesn't do this for a living, unlike a lot of these other career politicians in certain parties. So for her, this is a part-time gig. Not even that. It's not even a part-time gig. It's not even a gig at all. She just done this, and I thought that was the rest of it was an absolutely amazing speech. Is inspired, and she came across extremely well, and in her second language, not even her mother tongue. It's a language she doesn't feel entirely comfortable with, but she done amazingly well. And let's not forget, she's a very intelligent woman. She speaks 4 languages, and not to mention she's extremely attractive, which I think didn't go unnoticed with a lot of the guys and the women, which helps getting attention. But more importantly than that, it's the substance of what she was saying was great, and she done a really, really good job. She should be applauded for first taking on the job, and 2, administrating it, delivering it with style, panache, and a lot of conviction. So well done, Milana. Don't listen to the liberal CNN Clinton News Network. Good luck.